Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Thanks for joining back in, everybody. We got Game 6 tonight of the NBA Finals. The Oklahoma City Thunder looking for their first ever NBA championship in franchise history tonight. The Seattle Supersonics, before the relocation to OKC in 2008, won the chip back in 1979. Indiana looking to force that game at 7, which would take place on Sunday night. This game is at Indianapolis at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And once again, my apologies here. Started the stream. We have internet outages once again in my area. I think it's been happening for like the first quarter or so, and by the time we reach 9 o'clock on the East Coast, it usually goes away. There's a construction crew, couple houses down, that they're building this new house down in the road of me, and they've been working on the internet utility wires throughout the course of the day, and a lot of the outages are at night, so you'll probably see a choppy stream to start off for the first quarter. Then after that should be much better. But yeah, welcome back in. This could be the final night of the season tonight. I would love to see a game 7 out of these two teams, to have another game to be able to cover on Sunday. But Oklahoma City seizing control of the series, not a good sign for the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton dealing with a calf strain. He's able to walk, but if this was any other game during the regular season, he would not be playing in this game for Tyrese Halliburton. But he is available tonight and will be able to go tonight in a must-win game for Indiana to save their season. Oh, look at that. Internet connection's actually pretty good. I'm going to up the rate right now for the bit rate, so that's good. It was not good a couple minutes ago, choppy to start things off due to the internet outages in my area. But welcome in. We got LD, Rydog, Bradley, George, JJ, Ice Baby. Welcome back in tonight, everybody, for this one here. And should be a fun night indeed. Thunder looking to see if they can pull it out in 6. Pacers trying to see if they can force a game at 7 to determine who wins the championship on Sunday. J-Dub keeps on getting better and better and better throughout the course of the NBA Finals. 40 points on Monday night for J-Dub. He became the first player to drop down 40-plus points in an NBA Finals game for a player that's in his first 3 seasons in the NBA since Dwayne Wade back in 2006. SGA coming off a 31-point game. Him and J-Dub combining for 71 during the previous game. 40 by J-Dub, 31 by SGA. SGA with his 15th game that he has scored at least 30-plus points in the NBA playoffs for him throughout the course of the playoffs. That is the most since Michael Jordan back in 1992 with 16 games in the playoffs that he had 30-plus point games. Also, Kobe had 15, so he tied Kobe with 15 back in 2009. Hakeem Olajuwon had 16 of those games back in 1995 in the playoffs, in the Rockets run to win the championship. They were a 6 seed that year. Pacers, the 4 seed, they got up in the series 2-1. It was the first time that they lost back-to-back games since early March for them, coming off the losses on Game 4 and Game 5. Yeah, wow, that was an impressive one. Game 4, highest rated game of the season. Yeah, that was 60,000 plus people that watched that game. That was incredible. Craig, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. He's got the Pacers for this one. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win this one tonight here, Pacers or Thunder. I'll get into my top 5 picks here in a couple moments. We're going to tip off in around 13 minutes from now for this game. But during the last game, it was OKC who beat Indiana 120-109. And Indiana was trailing early. They were down by 18 points at one point. But big props to the Pacers. They were on the road. It didn't give up. They cut the 18-point lead down to a one-possession game. But just unable to take control of it due to turnovers. 23 turnovers by Indiana, just 11 by OKC. That led to a massive difference in points off turnovers, 32-9. And that's what it's all about tonight. The team that wins this game, the team that wins the championship, is going to be the team that turns over the basketball the fewer amount of times compared to the other team. And the Pacers, what they have to do to win this game, you have to take care of the basketball for them tonight. As simple as that. And it was a struggle during the last game. It's been a struggle for them throughout the course of the series. The Thunder just so scrappy defensively. The stuff that doesn't even show up in the box score sheets, like deflections, that's what they lead the league in. Also steals per game. They got multiple guys that they throw at you. Caruso, SGA, J-Dub, Cason Wallace, those guys are all averaging at least 1.5 steals per game. Lou Dort is another one, and during the last game, they were feasting upon that, racking up steals. 4 steals each off the bench by Cason Wallace and Alex Caruso. 2 steals each by SGA, Lou Dort in the previous game, and then SGA had 4 blocks. Jet Holmgren had 3 blocks. It was a block fest. They combined for 12 blocks as a team for the Thunder's defense during the previous matchup. 1 block each in the last game by Hartenstein, Dort, Caruso, Wiggins, and Wallace. They were just flying all over the place, just playing out of their mind lockup defensively. Yeah, TJ McConnell is going to receive a lot of minutes. He kept the Pacers in that game, a burst of energy in the third quarter for him that brought the Pacers signs of life. And he's going to have to keep them in the game. He was excellent on Monday for TJ. He had 18 points in 22 minutes, and he's like receiving like 15 to 18 minutes per game throughout the playoffs on average for him, and he's just energizer spark off the bench. Like, if he was playing more minutes, he'd be up there with Peyton Pritchard as the 6th man of the year candidate in the conversation. I think Pritchard gets around like 25 plus minutes per game, and McConnell's only got around like 15, 16 for him for so. But if he was able to be played more minutes, I think he'd be in the conversation there for 6th man of the year for TJ McConnell. Craig liking the Pacers tonight by 10. Wow. Wow, recruiting police from the suburbs out of OKC with crowd control in the event if the Thunder win and they have their victory party. And Ice Ice Baby will twirl a baton for that event. Yeah, let's see what we got for the referees. My first time checking on it today. Happy Juneteenth out to you guys. Hopefully, if you had the day off, hopefully it was a good day. I actually shockingly had the day off. I thought I was supposed to go into work for today, but since I'm a staff member at the radio station, I shockingly had the day off, so it was only on-air talent that was part of today that had to show up. So my girlfriend had the day off, so we actually went to Cape Cod today, so that's how our day went. A lot of traffic. Luckily, we left at like 10 o'clock. So we got in like a backup of around like 15, 20 minutes getting to the Bourne Bridge. But when we were coming back around like 2:30 or so out of Cape Cod, it was miles and miles. Like, it had to be like around like 5-6 miles, just standstill back up on the opposite side of the highway. Just getting to the bridge to cross over, just crazy. Let's see. NBA Game 6 referee assignments for today. Scott Foster had that Game 4 matchup. Zach Zarba, Tony Brothers, David Guthrie, and the alternate Tyler Ford. So that's who's the officials tonight for this game. So no Foster tonight for this game. Zach Zarba, the crew chief, Tony Brothers, David Guthrie, Tyler Ford. Yeah, Halliburton's going to play tonight, so he's dealing with a calf strain, but he's going to play. If this was a regular season game, he probably wouldn't play through it. What's good? We got Kane in the stream. Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I saw that yesterday about the sale of the Lakers. That's interesting. $10 billion going to be selling for. Wow. I guess it's all about value. Might as well sell it when LeBron is still on the Lakers because we don't know how long he's going to play or so. All about attracting big names, LeBron and Luka. That's just massive. Like that's going to be the highest out of all professional sports teams across the league. I would imagine the Lakers being the highest amount for $10 billion. What comes to my mind? Lakers, Dodgers, Yankees. Yeah, there was going to be like the richest sports teams. Let's see. Richest sports. Oh, Cowboys. Yeah, NFL. So huge in the U.S. Cowboys at $10.1 billion. Wow, the Lakers. Well, that's the 2024 ranking. The Lakers ranking went up by $3 billion in just a year. So I'm looking at this right now. Last year they were $7.1 billion. They're about to be sold for $10 billion. So that puts them the second highest team ever for a franchise across all major sports: NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL. Dallas Cowboys $10.1 billion. Golden State at around $8.8 billion. The LA Rams, wow, $7.6 billion for them. They're just getting started with football because they relocated last decade from St. Louis to the LA Rams. Wow. Yeah, they put in just so much work building in that new stadium. Patriots are 6th. Knicks are 5th. Yeah, the Yankees are 4th. I'm shocked to see the Yankees behind Golden State and the Rams, though. What's good? David on the stream, welcome in. Heather, thanks for joining in, liking the Thunder tonight. We got Vegas back in the chat for this one. Going to go over my top 5 picks of the night for this game here for tonight, and this is what I like. So, unfortunately for Pacers fans, I'm going to take the Thunder -6 in the spread. I'm really concerned about Indiana tonight coming into this matchup here, even though they're at home. Tyrese Halliburton, with his injury for him, he didn't have anything during the last game. Seemed like he was clearly bothered by that injury. He got benched in the spot of TJ McConnell. And, yeah, I'm just really concerned about Indiana coming into this game today. Siakam had 28 during the last game, but everybody else was a no-show for them. Thunder, they know what's up tonight. They're focused on Game 6 to win their first ever championship. So in the end, I do like the Thunder to win this game and cover the spread by -6 points in this one. J-Dub keeps on delivering. Every single game he's going to better for him. Over 22.5 points I like for him today. He's averaging 25.8 points per game in the series. He scored 3 straight games at least 26 points. 26 points in Game 3, 27 in Game 4, 40 points in Game 5 for Jalen Williams. Alex Caruso, over 10.5 points tonight for him. He's averaging 12.2 points per game in the series. 3 out of his 5 games, he scored at least 11 points, and he scored 20 points in 2 of his games in this series in the finals for Caruso. TJ McConnell, I mean, this is a given whenever it's single-digit points for him, whether it's 7.5, 8.5, 9.5, I don't care. He's scoring 10, at least in this game for Alex Caruso, or TJ McConnell, averaging 11.2 points per game in the series, 18 points in 22 minutes in the previous game for him, and Halliburton looks like he's clearly been affected by that calf injury in the first quarter in Game 5, and that should pave the way towards more minutes for McConnell out there on the floor tonight for him. He was amazing during the last game, really gave his team a spark in the last game to at least keep them hanging in. We're able to win that game in the third quarter. He gave them a run at that one right there. And then SGA tonight over 1.5 steals. He's hit the over in 11 out of 15 games in the playoffs with at least 1.5 steals. 3 steals and 2 steals in back-to-back games for SGA. So that's what I got here tonight. My top 5 picks in the night. The Thunder to cover the spread at -6. Jalen Williams over 22.5 points. Alex Caruso over 10.5 points. TJ McConnell over 9.5 points. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 1.5 steals. Hot one today outside. First ever stream where it's like 90 degrees where I am. Hopefully, you guys, if you're out there hopefully you're keeping cool. If you're out there affected by a big heat wave or if you're affected by any severe storms, hopefully you're staying safe out there. I saw there was like massive thunderstorms earlier today from like New York, New Jersey, Western Massachusetts. Yesterday, there was a lot of severe storms I saw in the Midwest or so. So hopefully everybody out there staying safe, staying cool, staying away from those big-time storms. Jeffrey, welcome back in, man. Going to be heading to Mass this weekend. East Providence tomorrow and Saturday. Good for you, man. I was in East Providence today, actually. So I called this morning with my girlfriends. And we went to the Cape Cod Canal. We came back, and then we went to East Providence at Crescent Park today. And it was the first time there in like a year. They actually, I didn't know this, Jeffrey, but they recently built a beach there. So they have like a couple additions that they built there on, I think that's that's Mount Hope Bay that it's on. I was going to call it the Seekonk River. I don't think it's the Seekonk River, I think that's further up towards Fox Point and Gano Street. But yeah, off of Mount Hope Bay, really nice spot today that we were at. We were actually supposed to go to Scusset Beach in Sagamore, but it was packed. Like, the whole world was there on Cape Cod. So we went to Sandwich. We went to a nature center in Sandwich on the Cape. And then we ate out at the Cape Cod Canal, came back, went to East Providence. Weather beautiful out in San Diego. Good to hear. Yeah, that's a good sign for those living east. Hopefully the future that West Coast weather comes towards the east. Ricky, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I'm hoping a Game 7 as well. My honest opinion, I took the Thunder in 6 before the start of the series, so I'm going to stay with Thunder in 6, and that's why I took the Thunder -6 to cover as well in the spread. So I think, in my honest opinion, the Thunder are going to do it tonight. They're going to win this game in 6, or win this series in 6, but honestly, I would love to see an extra game out of these two teams. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. My apologies about the dropped frames and glitching. There's a house being built on my road with construction. Usually it gets better at the end of the first quarter into the second quarter. I think they work until like 9 o'clock at night or so on like the electric lines over there. So once we turn the start of the second quarter, like 20 minutes from now, things are going to get much better with much better streaming or so without dropping frames. Fingers crossed. What a playoffs it has been. Thunder with a chance to close it out tonight. SGA, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hardenstein, the starting 5 for the Thunder. Pacers starters tonight look like this. Tyrese Halliburton will get the start dealing with that calf strain. Good to go tonight, though. Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner, the starting 5 for Indiana. Yeah, my condolences and thoughts are with your family there, Jeffrey. So sorry to hear about your brother, man. Tyrese Halliburton looking for a bounce-back game out of him tonight. Nothing from Halliburton from made shots during the previous game. Just 4 points all at the free throw line. 0 for 6 shooting, 0 for 4 from 3. Limited to just 6 assists. Played 34 minutes. Clearly was bothered by the calf strain for him that he suffered late stretch of the first quarter. And looking to see if he can give it all he's got tonight in this game to force a Game 7 on his home court. This one tonight here. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. About to tip off here in just a moment. Pacers, yellow jerseys, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters for this matchup. Thunder, blue jerseys, white numbers, white letters, orange outline tonight for OKC. Looking to wrap up the series, win the championship in 6. For the team, the top team of the land this season, the record of 68-14 in the regular season for OKC. Plus 15 victories for them, 83 wins this season for the Thunder. Looking for 84 to close it out tonight as we are underway. Thunder control the opening tip. Left to right on the floor, Lou Dort. Off the opening possession, slides it off to Hardenstein. Hand off to J-Dub, outside to Chet. Chet dribbles up, downhill to the rim over Turner. Blocked by Miles Turner. Basketball goes right back over to Hardenstein, who soups up and scores. Up and in. It is good for 2 by Hardenstein. Nembhard backs his way. Got poked out of bounds to the low block off of SGA. It will stay. Pacers basketball. Pacers 23 turnovers in the previous game. They almost had a turnover in their opening possession tonight. It's all about taking care of the basketball. 32-9 points off turnovers on Monday in Game 5. As we get a big collision here before the basketball was even inbounded. Hardenstein tangled up with Nesmith. So Aaron Nesmith coming around Isaiah Hardenstein, and Aaron Nesmith got knocked down by Hardenstein. This leads to an away from play foul. Free throw attempt here. It is good by Halliburton, plus possession of the basketball for Indiana. Pacers underneath their hoop. Halliburton inbound, corner off to Nesmith. Nesmith lobbed down low. Turner around Jepper over SGA. Missed off the mark, no good. Chet Holmgren secures the defensive rebound. Jay's welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Joe, welcome back to the stream here, bud. Loose ball at the elbow. SGA turns it over. Nembhard up the floor. They got numbers. Halliburton at the wing. Steps into a 3. No good. Skipped around the rim and out. Rebound secured by Holmgren. OKC with a possession. First minute into action. Chet Holmgren pressured at the right wing, defended by Siakam. Sends it off on top to Hardenstein. Into the hands to J-Dub, coming off a masterpiece 40-point game on Monday. Step back 3 in the air by Jalen Williams. Off the mark, no good. Rebound secured by Halliburton. Up the floor finds Siakam. Siakam off a 28-point game for him. Carried his team during the previous game. After that, McConnell had 18. A rainbow 3 missed at the corner by Turner. And deflected out of bounds off Lou Dort. It will stay Pacers ball. 10:42 left to go in the first. Yeah, so Halliburton right now is on the floor. So he is playing through that calf strain tonight for Halliburton. Halliburton inbound corner. Jepper fall away. Nesmith no good off the mark. Rebound. Back it goes to the Thunder here. SGA up the floor. SGA dribbles up. Working on Nembhard at the left wing perimeter. SGA at the right elbow. Inside the key. Lost control of the basketball. Turns it over. Siakam here comes out with a steal. Siakam up the floor off to Halliburton. Halliburton crossover. Takes on Hardenstein around the perimeter. A lot of dribbling here for Halliburton, playing through that right calf injury. Missed runner by Halliburton. Deflected out of bounds off of Siakam. And this will go back to OKC here. Slow start for these two teams right now, with the score being 2-1. Man, sorry to hear that, Joe. Hopefully things get better for you, brother. So sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, that must be tough if you're getting around with a bike getting to work. That must be really tough, man. Especially like days that it rains, or there's days that you're in like a severe weather threat, like thunder, lightning, hail, tornado warning. I feel for you, man. Chet Holmgren soars up to the rim, scores the left-hand layup. Here goes Turner attacking the paint. Turner goes up, gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Miles Turner. It is charged to Chet Holmgren on the shooting foul. And my apologies for dropping frames if you guys are just joining in. We got a internet connectivity outage in my area. It should go away hopefully within 15 minutes. There's a new house being constructed down the road for me, like 3 houses down. And it's supposed to affect the entire street with like internet outages, specifically at the time past like between 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. my time on the East Coast. Turner Makes half of the free throws there. 1 for 2. He splits them at the line. 4-2 start in this game. Thunder with possession. J-Dub crosses the midcourt logo. Jalen Williams at the right wing. Crossover behind his back. Dribbles up. Attacks right past Neesmith. Scoop scores. Up and it off the backboard. Good with a left-hand layup. 6-2 for OKC. Jalen Williams been fantastic for him in this series. Halliburton missed the layup. A rebound secured by Hardenstein. Thunder just so good defensively. Locking down A-Dub. Attacking inside the paint. Stripped to the bounds off of Neesmith. They will stay Thunder ball. I actually did not get it to slow mode as well. So let me put on that slow mode out in the chat too. Inbound to the corner. J-Dub finds an opening. Left baseline dribble. Soars up and he dunks it with a two-handed flush. Timeout taken on the floor by Indiana. 8-2. Jalen Williams sees the crease. Attacks the gap with authority. Gets right past Neesmith. With no backside rim protection right there. Only one at the rim was Nembhard. It's not going to help when they have a 6-foot guard at the rim. A wide open slam dunk there for Jalen Williams. What a start for the Thunder right now. Looking for their first ever franchise championship as they lead 8-2. OKC. Before they relocated to OKC, Seattle Supersonics won one NBA championship. That was back in 1979. So this will be the first ever championship for the city of Oklahoma City as a NBA franchise. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Right now, we're in a first time out tonight here. A lot of people pouring in, 500 plus. You guys, the real legends, MVPs for coming out here on the channel tonight. J-Dub, red hot in these finals. 4 points for J-Dub. 2 by Hardenstein with 2 rebounds. Chet has 2 with 2 rebounds. SGA, yet to attempt a shot. Lou Dort, yet to attempt a shot. Man, J-Dub just picking up where he left off. It's going to be interesting. I think Vegas brought it up during the last stream, whether Jalen Williams can get NBA Finals MVP. SGA is just... like, he makes it look so easy. A casual 32 or 35 by SGA. That's expected out of him to score 30-point games. For Jalen Williams, it's not expected for him to drop down 30, drop down 40 for Jalen Williams behind SGA. But in this series, Jalen Williams is averaging 25.8 points per game. SGA is averaging 32.4 points per game. So... SGA is averaging 7 points per game higher than J-Dub. The only way that I think it could happen tonight if Jalen Williams wins NBA Finals MVP he would have to go off for another 40-point game. SGA would need to have a poor performance and score like 10. So SGA, let's see, 31, 35, 24, 34, 38, 162. So 162 plus 10, 172. That would put him at 28.6. 28.6 if he had just like a 10-point game or so. Let's see. Jalen Williams, if he has a 40-point game, 40, 27, 26, 19, 17, 129. Plus 40. 169. Divided by 6. 28.1. There's the case there. If J-Dub has a 40-point game, if SGA has a 10-point game, both of those guys would average almost identical, 28 points each in the finals, which is interesting. So that's the only way that I see J-Dub getting NBA Finals MVP is that SGA would have to have a really, really off game tonight and have a terrible game, and J-Dub would have to carry and drop down 40. Back to action at 8-2 right now. Halliburton has one made free throw. Corner jumper by Good. A rebound secured by J-Dub. SGA at the top. Moves it off to Hardenstein at the low block. Hardenstein takes on Turner. Floats the pass off to Holmgren. Bouncing bodies inside the key. Chat Holmgren with a left hand. Underneath sneaks around the one defender and scores with a left hand layup. 10-2 right now. OKC out here controlling this game. Indiana, led by their offense, having a tough time getting going right now against the league's top defense. In this critical Game 6 for the Pacers. Entry pass lobbed down low. Turner swarmed by a quadruple team. Blocked from behind by Hardenstein. They get the basketball back, though, and Pascal Siakam buries a jumper. 1 foot on the three-point line. They roll to 2. 10-4. Much needed, though, for Indiana. That's the first made field goal of the game for the Pacers, shooting 1 for 9 to begin Game 6. Holmgren slides it off to J-Dub here at the right wing perimeter. Holmgren. Or back off to J-Dub at the right wing. 3 in a timer. J-Dub launches the 3 off the rim. Short to long rebound controlled by Siakam. Jason, welcome back in here, bud. Here goes Siakam attacking the paint, and Lou Dort picks up the shooting foul. 2 shots here coming up in the line for Siakam. Or he got it a drop, actually. Siakam's going to have an and 1 here. Yeah, he got that to drop off the drive. Yeah, he floated it up, got it off the backboard. It's in. Yup, that somehow went in. Wow. That somehow went in there by Siakam off a Houdini-like shot. That went so quick. The camera angle was kind of weird right there. So that was able to drop right in. The free throw. Good. Really needed that for the Pacers. That was one heck of a possession there by Siakam. 10-7 right now. Siakam with 5 out of the 7. Attacking the paint. SGA missed the layup. Looking for the foul call. Couldn't get it. Got altered from behind by Siakam. Halliburton swings it across the floor. Nembhard catching fire. 3 for the tie. Oh, he's got it. Andrew Nembhard. Bang, bang for the quarter. It's a tie game. 8-zip run for Indiana. Their defense started to ramp up. SGA right downhill to the rim. It's too easy there with a layup. Andre, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, man. Warren, welcome back in, bud. Nembhard, left baseline dribble inside the paint, dish outside, and Neesmith on top off to Halliburton. Halliburton, dish outside to the wing, and Neesmith kick out, quarter, sidestep to his left. Here goes Nembhard on the 3, and he drills it. Andrew Nembhard, back-to-back buckets for the Pacers. 13-12 here. Nembhard, back-to-back threes. He's got 6. J-Dub at the left wing, 6.5 left to go in the first. On top finds Chat. Chat upgrade. Dribbles up to the mid-block. Chat trying to sneak around. Finds J-Dub around the perimeter. Chat Holmgren calling it a traveling violation. It's a turnover. Charge to the Thunder. I will love nothing better than a Game 7 on Sunday. One more stream. That would be amazing to close out the end of the NBA season. There goes Andrew Nembhard. Up and in off the glass. Good for 2 with a layup. 15-12. Mark Daigneault is going to let his team play through this right now. Not electing to burn a timeout. Holmgren slides it off to SGA. 6 minutes in the timer left to go in the first. SGA still yet to score tonight in this game besides the main layup. That was it. He's only got 2 right now. Holmgren on top off the door. And the outside goes to J-Dub. J-Dub attacks the paint. Huge collision. And the referee is going to roll the shooting foul charge to Neesmith of Indiana. Holy moly there. J-Dub shot right out of a cannon. Attacked on Neesmith. And Neesmith tried to take the charge. His feet were moving, though. And he's going to have 2 free throws here coming up at the line for J-Dub. First one's good. Yeah, hopefully 7 games. That would be fantastic. Andrew Nembhard, indeed, stepping up in a big way right now. Pete Verse, welcome in. Bunkun on the channel, welcome on board. James, thanks for joining in. Like the Pacers in 7. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win tonight here? Pacers or Thunder? If you're doing a stream, smash the thumbs up. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. SGA right now on the bench. Second free throw is no good off the back rim. Missed by the Thunder as it goes right back to the Pacers. Obi Toppin, TJ McConnell, first time on the floor tonight. TJ on the floor with Halliburton, Toppin, Bennett, Shepard, and Miles Turner. Obi Toppin drills the triple. 18-13 for Indiana. Obi Toppin, a couple of games that he's gone off in the series with at least 17. Deflected by Turner into the hands of Hardenstein. Circles around, floats up the bunny, connects on it. Able to get there for two. 3-point game right now. Right baseline dribble for TJ McConnell. He takes on Hardenstein. McConnell slides it off the top and push pass towards his left into the hands of Halliburton. Step back three in the air by Halliburton. Off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by J-Dub. Jalen Williams right now. Big in the glass to begin this game. 5 points, also 3 rebounds. They turn it up quickly though. And Obi Toppin buries the 3 off the quick turnover. 21-15. Obi Toppin's got 6 right now. 4 turnovers by OKC. Indiana playing a perfect game right now. 0 turnovers for the Pacers. As good as they can get it. Lob down low. Looking for Caruso. Broke it up on the bounce off Halliburton. Yeah, this timeout should have been taken a long time ago. Like when the Pacers took the lead. I think it was 13-12. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, Jason. My thoughts and prayers out to your grandma and great aunt there. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Thoughts and prayers out to you, bud. Up and good by Lou Dort at the low block. Get back, it goes to the Pacers. McConnell circles around into the hands of Shepard. Leaves it off for Toppin at the left wing. Obi Toppin keeps on firing. Missed that 3 off the back rim. Offensive rebound ripped away by Turner. Open 3. Tyrese Halliburton delivers. And there's a timeout taken on the floor by the Thunder. Tyrese Halliburton canning in a triple. The Pacers knocking down shots at a rapid-fire rate after they started off 1 for 9 from the floor. Their previous 9 shots, they are 8 for 9 from the floor by Indiana, including a Tyrese Halliburton 3 that will lead us to a timeout taken by OKC. That's a massive response there for the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton came into this game dealing with a calf strain. First made basket after starting off 0 for 4 from the floor. Wow. Pacers looking red hot tonight. Determined to force a game 7. Nembhard, 8 points. Andrew Nembhard on another level tonight starting off this game. Halliburton with 4. Siakam's got 5. 6 off the bench by Obi Toppin. And TJ McConnell already with 2 assists. J-Dub, 7 points. Hardenstein with 4. Chet with 4. SGA, only 2 right now. Lou Dort got nothing so far. No points for Lou Dort. Al on the stream. Garbage Can, welcome in. Juan, Brady, Araya, Defenska, Putu, welcome on board everybody today. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up. We got a bunch of people, 800 plus right now. Wow. Really appreciate everybody for being a part here on the channel tonight. Hey, there we go. We got Seagull right now on the stream. Only one with the energy and willpower to win the finals in our hearts is Tops, the cutie pie tortoise. Make sure to stay tuned at halftime. Tops the tortoise in the building for Game 7 of the Game 6 of the finals here at halftime. Going to see if I can get Tops the tortoise, and hopefully Tops the tortoise makes the correct prediction. I believe that he's leading towards Indiana right now. It's a hot day for him. So he was up and rumbling and running around on a very, very hot day for Tops the tortoise. Getting a lot of energy with the heat. Usually when it's colder, he hides in his shell and he is slower and wants to sleep. But since it's hot, he's been rocking and rolling. So we'll see if that prediction stays true at halftime. I think it was Duquesne that he played college. Oh no. Yeah, he did. That's right. Duquesne and then Arizona. He started off at Duquesne. Wow. The A10. 2 years at Duquesne, 2 years at Arizona. Yeah, he was not known as like a big-time scorer at those schools. He averaged around 11 points per game in his freshman and sophomore years at Duquesne, and then transferred to Arizona. His first season with Arizona as a junior averaged 10 points per game his senior year with Arizona. Tartar so far, just one made free throw for him. He had a massive rebound. I think that rebound led to like a 3-point make for second chance point. So that was a massive rebound. He soared up and he grabbed over the top of defender. Back to action. Wiggins missed the 3 too long for OKC. Obi Toppin pulls down the defensive rebound. Obi Toppin, TJ McConnell, Miles Tartar, Andrew Nembhard, Ben Shepard, a 5 on the floor. McConnell attacks the paint, goes up, gets fouled by Cason Wallace. 2 free throws coming up here by TJ McConnell. Let's get this into a 10-second slow mode. All right, this one's for Jason. 10-second slow mode hype out here in the chat. Kenneth in the stream. Welcome up, bud. Welcome aboard, bud. First shot was missed by McConnell. Second shot was missed as well. Back it goes to the Thunder with Hardenstein, who collected a rebound. SGA at the midcourt logo. Screen gets set by Wallace. Dribbles right past that. SGA at the elbow. Slides it out on top to Wallace. Up fake. Blow by as he takes the open 3 over Nembhard. Missed off the mark. No good by Wallace. Rebound ripped away by Tartar. Second rebound of the night for Miles Turner. Tartar sends it on top. McConnell. Entry pass down low. Looking for Toppin. It was grabbed a hold of by Wiggins, but Wiggins reaches in. Defending Toppin as Wiggins lost it as he almost came up. He almost came up with that steal, and he reached in defending Obi Toppin, and now the Pacers are in the bonus. So he was holding on to Obi Toppin there. So Wiggins commits the foul. Well, Toppin 2 free throws. Toppin makes the first one. Obi Toppin, big spark plug for him tonight. 7 points right now off the bench by Toppin. That's in 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes of court time tonight by Toppin. Coming out, drilling 2 threes. Once he got on the floor, just made his first free throw. Going to have a second free throw here. Second shot by Toppin, right down the middle. That's 8 points in 2 minutes. Hopefully you took the over for Obi Toppin if you picked him tonight, because things are looking really well for him right now. Role players play much better at home. Cason Wallace dribbles towards the right corner. Slides it off to Wiggins. Those two guys excellent, both in double figures at home in Game 5. But usually on the road, they come back. SGA off the mid-ranger. Rebound goes to McConnell. McConnell up the floor. Bounce pass off to Siakam. Siakam at the right elbow. He takes on Caruso. Siakam outside. Finds Shepard. Shepard tees up a 3. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound controlled by Hardenstein. And he got knocked down. It's charged to McConnell on the loose ball foul. Yeah, Thunder came out starting this game with some excellent defense and recently having a tough time, especially from the perimeter. Pacers moving the ball really well. Alex Caruso is back on the floor right now. So 5 of the court here for OKC include Caruso, SGA, Chet Holmgren, Wiggins, and Wallace. 8-0 bench points in favor of the Pacers tonight. Missed shots Inside by OKC as the rebound gets pulled down by Mathurin. First time on the floor tonight here for Benedict Mathurin. Nembhard having a really solid start in this game here. Out to the corner off to McConnell. Cross-court pass finds Siakam. Siakam, 10 on the timer. Siakam, spin cycle at the elbow. Step back jumper, deep two. Off the back rim, no good. Caruso controls the defensive rebound. Finds Wiggins up the floor. Transition three. Wiggins, swash! Really needed that here for OKC. It's been a roller coaster of a quarter as Caruso finds Wiggins out on the break, who scores the J. Right baseline dribble by Pascal Siakam. Minute 42 left to go in the opening quarter. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, so I have my window in my bedroom. I got the windows up, trying to get some fresh air in here. And if you hear any background noise, it's we get frogs at the pond also. Bounds, and it will stay. Donovan, what is good? Welcome in here, man. Chris in the channel, welcome in. No, Scott Foster is not officiating this game tonight, so he is not officiating for this one. Jumpers are good, as that is made at the free throw circle by SGA. 28-22, only 4 points right now for SGA. Top of the key for TJ, slides it off to the corner into the hands to Toppin. Toppin. Right baseline dribble, McConnell goes up, no good. Missed the layup, backdoor. Holmgren secures the defensive rebound. Missed the layup, backdoor. Holmgren secures the defensive rebound. Down to the final minute left to go in the opening quarter here. My apologies for the internet issues. They're working on a house right down the road, and the internet company emailed us saying that there would be internet outage issues throughout the course of the week here since they're building a new house down the road. Low block fall away. SGA goes up, gets fouled. 36.9 seconds left to play in the opening quarter. 2 shots here coming up at the line for SGA. Yeah, I'm going to have to take this down to like a lower bit rate, probably, for now until... hopefully that will help. First one no good off the back rim. So SGA first free throw is no good. Yeah, my apologies if you guys are trying to see this as like what usually is a regular stream with no issues all the time. There's a new house that's being built right down the road, and we got updated by my internet company this week. It's going to be like a multi-week process for what I heard. Whatever they work on the wires and the lines, which is always throughout the course of the week, that's why I have like these internet issues. So my apologies here. It never has happened until they built this new house recently, and they're in the middle of construction. So I pinned that in the chat there, because the stream's gonna be choppy whenever the internet company is working on that house. SGA attacking inside the paint, floats up the shot. Point game, a shot at the buzzer, no good. Hit the top of the glass, and we close out the end of the opening quarter of action. 28-25 right now at the end of the first quarter. Appreciate it all for joining in. Cape Cod's around an hour away from me, Joe. With traffic, it's more like an hour, 15, an hour and a half. Yeah, Cape Cod has a gazillion beaches. Probably 15 minutes away from the water where I live. For like the closest places, like whenever the house is being under construction and they work on the internet, then there's going to be issues. Yeah. Yeah, so if you have any buffering, it's actually on my end, most likely. So if there's any buffering, it's on my end, because OBS gives me updates saying that stream disconnected, reconnecting. Yep. Damn that new house. Yeah, it's better right now. It's in the green zone, so that's good. I'm gonna see if I can up the bit rate right now since it's in the green zone. It was in the red like a minute ago. Last stream I had the issue too. I had it till like 9 o'clock at night, and then it went away. So that's when they must have wrapped up. Yep, they're still doing construction at that house. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. This is, we gonna inform, this is probably gonna be like a multi-week, multi-month effort, it looks like. So it's not gonna be like 1 or 2 days. This has been going on since the Minnesota and New York series, once they were in the playoffs. So this whole buffering with dropping frames has been an issue since the conference finals. That's when they started to install electric on this house, and they've been there like every single night. We got back to action right now. 28-25 starting off the second quarter. Right to left in the floor for the Pacers. Mathurin takes the three, contested over Holmgren, missed off the rim short. Rebound secured by Kenrich Williams for the Thunder. Thunder with possession. SGA drives on Mathurin. Jepper, 14-footer straight away. Drills the two. A 1-point game right now. Spin cycle. McConnell. Backdoor layup. Scores. Up and off the backboard. Good for the layup by TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell just so good in this finals for him. That's his first made basket of the game. Thunder with possession. Kenrich Williams lobbed down low, looking for Wiggins. Away from the play. An offensive foul charged to the Thunder. It was SGA away. Picked up the personal foul. That's now the 6th turnover of the game for OKC. Indiana 0 turnovers right now. McConnell mid-range swash. TJ McConnell right at the mid-block scores the two. 32-27, 6 minutes, 4 points now by TJ. Kenrich Williams takes the three, missed off the rim too long. A rebound out of the pack here from Mathurin. Mathurin up the floor will slow it down, and Mathurin called it a double dribble. It's a turnover charge to Benedict Mathurin, and he cannot believe the call right now. Rick Carlisle can't believe it. Mathurin called it a carry, and then picked it up again with a double dribble violation. And that's brutal. Wait a moment, did the refs change this here? Referees might have changed that call. Yeah, they did. They actually changed the call. So referees changed the call. No violation charged to Indiana, as it was looked at by Mathurin. So it goes back to the Pacers here. So Pacers get this basketball off the inbound, and Nembhard at the right wing perimeter. Into the hands of Mathurin, attacks the paint, kick out corner, off the Turner, the corner three, missed off the mark, no good, tipped around. Mathurin with the offensive rebound. Lob to Turner, Turner pivot, working on Kenrich Williams at the low block. Finds McConnell, and Turner stepped out of bounds at the baseline. It's a turnover. So that's now officially the first turnover of the game charged the Pacers. So with around 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter, first turnover that's happened tonight. 7-0 points off turnovers in favor of Indiana. SGA, jab step, up fake, gets around Nembhard. Jumper, drills the two. 13-footer, sinks it for SGA. 11 points right now for SGA. He's going to be NBA Finals MVP if they win the championship. Turner missed off the mark, no good. Tipped around, tipped out of bounds. Last off of Mathurin. And this will go back to the Thunder here as Miles Turner missed the shot. Benedict Mathurin tried to control possession and lost it out of bounds. Inbound, underneath, J-Dub sneaks around, scores, up and through the left-hand layup. 32-31, timeout on the floor, take about 11 by SG by J-Dub. Those two guys carrying 20 out of the 31 through their top two finals. Indiana putting in a lot of balance so far. 8 points each by Andrew Nembhard. Obi Toppin is 7 points by Siakam. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What's good? We got Ron in the stream. Welcome back on board. 32-31 right now is the score. Pacers lead by with 9:28 left to go before half. My apologies for the dropped frames. Once again, there's a new house that's being built down the street, so my whole neighborhood was informed that they'd be working on the internet down the road this week. So that's why we're dropping frames here, Carly. So my apologies. Right now, it's the Pacers leading the Thunder 32-31. Wow, Memphis Grizzlies center Zach Edey is facing a misdemeanor charge of reckless driving after police say they stopped him driving 101 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone in Tippecanoe County, Indiana on May 1st. Wow, things just keep on getting bad for worse for Zach Edey. I heard that he was supposed to undergo surgery, which is going to require weeks for him. Which is something that usually takes a week or two that doesn't really require surgery for him, and it must be a terrible grade that he had it. But man, out of all guys, Zach Edey, the one that drunk driving, holy smokes. I thought he was a smart kid. Yeah, So, a couple weeks ago, it was announced that he was going to undergo ankle surgery after re-injuring his left ankle during a off-season workout. That surgery is going to force him to miss the beginning of the season for him. That must be a pretty bad... It was ruled an ankle sprain. Which an ankle sprain for the typical athlete keeps you out 1, 2, 3 weeks, depending on the grade of the sprain or so. Because usually you see a lot of it's more so common in the NFL, position players like running backs, wide receivers. You usually see those guys get ankle sprains and then they're out for 2 or 3 weeks and then they're back in or so. That's a long time. That's a long time. He had that. It was announced a couple weeks ago. That I think 1 or 2 weeks ago it was announced about an ankle sprain, and he has to undergo surgery for that, and he has to miss the start of the season, which is in late October. That's bad for his body. A 7'4" guy, that's tough there to hold up. 9.5 left to go in the second. 1 point lead for the Pacers. Pacers with the basketball as we come out of the timeout. Looks like the Wi-Fi is much better. Hopefully they stopped with the electric crew, hopefully. McConnell, jumper, drills it. 34-31, Indiana. TJ McConnell started get going for him. 8 minutes, 6 points right now. J-Dub at the left wing. Dribbles up, drives downhill, floats up the runner, missed off the mark, no good, got fouled. It's on Siakam. 2 free throws here. Coming up here at the line. Yeah, my apologies, I misspoke. It wasn't drunk driving. Yep, good catch there was speeding. It was speeding there by Zach Edey, so it was not drunk driving. Yeah, usually those two things work in tandem, is drunk driving and speeding. Usually when somebody's above 100 or so, it's usually drunk driving. But I misspoke about that. Driving 101, facing reckless driving charge, 101 miles per hour to 55 mile per hour zone. Both of the shots good at the free throw line by J-Dub. Tyrese is playing tonight, so he's on the bench right now he's back in the game. So Tyrese is back in the game. He was on the bench for a little bit for him. McConnell outside. He was looking to send it to Tyrese. Now he does. Halliburton at the edge of the midcourt logo. Halliburton dish outside to McConnell. McConnell drives inside the key on Caruso. McConnell lob down low. Finds Tony Bradley. First time on the floor tonight to the corner. Tough shot by Nesmith. The three went off the side of the glass. Out of bounds. Had to hoist up a prayer there as the shot clock was about to go to 0. This is a really difficult shot attempt. Charge to Aaron Nesmith. Pacers leading this game despite shooting 34% for the floor. Thunder are shooting 56% for the floor. Pacers are 11 for 32 from the floor. Thunder are 14 for 25. Thunder having some major turnover issues, and that's why the Pacers are up in this game just like now. Another turnover charge to the Thunder. Thunder having difficulty keeping the ball out in front. 7 turnovers by OKC, just 1 by Indiana. TJ McConnell does it again. 2 more for him with a mid-ranger. 36-33 as we're down to 8 minutes left to go before halftime. 8 points in 9 minutes for TJ. He's hit his player prop in every single one of these games in the finals. Wallace goes up, got it stripped, lost it. McConnell with a steal. McConnell up the floor. Finds Halliburton. Halliburton with a 3. A step back 3. He takes it, and he makes it from downtown. Bang, bang by Tyrese Halliburton. 6-point lead for the Pacers. Starting to come alive right now. The Thunder pass midcourts. Turn over the basketball once again. Tough game for OKC. Caruso shoving Nesmith. Trying to clear a pathway for J-Dub. Caruso bumped into by Nesmith. Referees didn't catch it, even though the referees were right next to 2 of them. And then Caruso shoved back Nesmith. And Caruso, the guilty party, get called on the foul. Ben Shepherd. Handoff to McConnell, been legendary. McConnell at the right block, circles around. McConnell drives on Hardenstein. Jumper, mid-range, off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound. Tony Bradley puts it up and through. It is good for 2. 41-33 Pacers. TJ McConnell, 8 points off the bench. 8 points for Obi Toppin. 8 points by Nembhard. 7 by Siakam. 7 by Halliburton. That is some really good balance right now between 4 guys who have either 8 or 7 for Indiana in this game. Top scorer tonight is a tie between J-Dub and SGA, both with 11, combining for 22, but 4 players with at least 7 right now. 7 by Siakam, 7 by Halliburton, 8 by Nembhard, 8 by Toppin, McConnell with 8. That's actually 5. That's 5 guys with at least 7 right now for Indiana. Timeout on the floor by OKC. 41-33 with 7:20 left to play. Part of a 7-zip run for the Pacers in the minute 20 clip. Anthony, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We start to turn the page here with more consistent frames. My apologies for dropping frames. Throughout the course of this game, there's a new house that's being built on my road under construction, so we got notified by the Internet Corporation that there's going to be some internet outages. Yeah, I don't think my internet's able to take that bit rate just yet, so I have to put it down a little bit more. That poll's pretty close right now, 51-49. It's actually the Thunder who's leading the poll. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win tonight here, Thunder or Pacers. It's all about turnovers. Team that takes care of the basketball is going to win the game. And right now, Thunder having a lot of turnover issues tonight. 8 turnovers. Pacers with just 1 Great start for Indiana. 11-2 points off turnovers in favor of the Pacers tonight. If Indiana is shooting the cover off the ball, then they're smashing the Thunder. Right now, the Pacers are shooting just 38% from the floor. OKC is trailing by 8 despite shooting 54%. OKC is struggling from 3. They're 1 for 7 from the perimeter. Pacers are 6 for 18 right now. So once again, this is kind of similar to, I think it was the game a couple games ago. They shot 3 for 18 from 3 for OKC. And that one there. Tatum's been my favorite player. Also love Jaylen Brown. Low-key, a guy that I root for, though, all the time, that's Peyton Pritchard. Like, he's awesome. He runs a lot of basketball camps out in Cape Cod during the summer. Like, he's big time in the community out there in Cape Cod. I think he's got, like, a summer house over there in Cape Cod. What's good from, got the Mexican flag. Grandpa's in the stream. Welcome in. Malcolm, thanks for joining in. LaClaude in the channel, welcome on board. All right, we get back to action here. 7:15 left to go before halftime. SGA on the floor. Chet Holmgren, Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, Aaron Wiggins. Missed 3 by Holmgren around the perimeter, so skipped around the rim and out. It goes right back over to the Pacers. McConnell keeps on going like the Energizer Bunny. Bounce pass off to Neesmith, into the hands to Toppin. Nembhard alongside Bradley, the 5 of the floor. Nembhard at the wing. He started off this game excellent. Nembhard called on the travel around the perimeter. Turnover, charge the Pacers. That's a tough. Huh? Yeah, that's very odd. Looked like a bad call there by the officials for Nembhard. That's only the second turnover tonight. SGA backs his way. Lost it. Turnover. 9-2 turnovers right now. Here goes the Pacers attacking the paint. Toppin, no good. McConnell, smallest player on the floor, collects the offensive rebound out to Toppin. Into the hands to Nembhard. Nembhard, crossover, step back 3 in the air. Off the mark as he misfired it. Tipped over to Wiggins for the defensive rebound. Thunder slow it down. Down by 8. Approaching the midway portion of the second quarter. Oh, dangerous pass there. Luckily, SGA able to come away with it. Holmgren goes up. Holmgren missed the layup. No good. Battle for the loose ball. Rebound. McConnell comes away with it. TJ McConnell doing a little bit of everything right now on the floor. For him, a +8 on the floor. Attacking the paint. Bradley missed the layup. Goes up, gets fouled. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line for Tony Bradley. TJ McConnell doing everything right now, getting his whole crowd at it, dapping up the fans, coming up with offensive rebounds, loose ball, 50-50 balls. I mean, he's doing everything here. And he's dapping up the crowd in the process at the end of plays. Tony Bradley, 2 free throws coming up here at the line. First one's good. +9 on the floor right now for TJ. 8 points in 11 minutes for TJ McConnell. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Energizer Bunny out there doing everything. So McConnell right now will take a seat on the bench. 42-33. The first free throw was made by Bradley. Second free throw. No good around the rim and out. Tipped up to the baseline on a bounce. Last off of the Pacers. Thunder with possession. Just 1 for 8 from 3-point range for OKC. J-Dub puts the ball into the hands to SGA. SGA at the edge of the midcourt logo. Moves off the roll down. Hardenstein floats it up. Over the top. Chet Holmgren couldn't finish. Backdoors, he whiffed on the alley-oop slam. He blew the open dunk. Corner jumper. Right back. It's good. Trifecta from downtown by Aaron Nesmith. It is the largest lead in the series for the Pacers. SGA at the right wing perimeter. SGA dribbles up inside the key. Fall away. SGA left it short off the rim. Holmgren tapped it in, but it will not count. Before that, SGA bumped into and fouled. Clock will stop with 5:07. How in the world do you miss an open roller for Chet Holmgren there? How in the world do you miss that? That's so critical. Man, this Pacers team just so resilient. 2 shots here at the line for SGA. First one's good. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Need instant offense. Turn to Isaiah Joe. Coming off the bench right now with his first opportunity tonight. Looking like we're going to go into a Game 7 if this keeps on happening. That will be legendary. Second free throw by SGA, right down the middle. 45-35. 10-point game. SGA with 13 right now. 5 turnovers, 0 assists. Rainbow in the 3. Missed off the mark. No good. Hit the right side of the glass by Siakam. Back it goes to the Thunder. SGA attacks towards his left. Inside the paint. Outside finds Dort. Dort with a 3. Top of the key. Off the back rim. No good. Offensive rebound goes to Hardenstein. And lost it. Dribbled off the corner by Joe. And deflected towards the near side. Halliburton comes up with a steal here. Here they go. Quarter 3. Nesmith once again. Oh, he's sizzling. 48-35. Aaron Nesmith shooting the cover off the ball in the home gym tonight in front of the Pacers fans, in front of Caitlin Clark and everybody surrounding. 48-35 Indiana. Siakam in transition off the Halliburton steal. Kick out corner. Nesmith. Oh man, he's in the zone. Timeout by OKC. Aaron Nesmith playing one heck of a game tonight right now. He's starting to get going. 6 points for him. Some really, really good balance by the Pacers here. They're going to end this game with like 7 guys in double figures. 8 points each by Toppin, McConnell. Both of those guys off the bench. They have 19 bench points. Thunder with just 3. Toppin, McConnell, Nembhard, all with 8. 7 by Siakam and Halliburton. 6 now by Nesmith. That's 6 guys at least that they'll put in double figures. And then if Turner starts to get going, that would be a 7. Turner with just 1 point. Man, Pacers right now are playing in the zone. $48-35. Yeah, I completely thought about the last Pacers game. That's why. Runner no good by Hardenstein. The last one that they were out at home there. She's got to be watching the game. Refs called a shooting foul on the Pacers here. Charged to... That's Turner? Oh, yeah. Turner elbowed Hardenstein. Didn't need to do that right there. So this is under review. Pacers are challenging this call. As soon as we go right back to timeout, Pacers challenging this shooting foul charged to Miles Turner. He elbowed Hardenstein. in the happy spot once he went up on a runner. But there was no contact to the hand, arm, elbow whatsoever. There was no contact. There was minimal. So this is under review right now to see if this will stand or not. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here. My apologies once again for drop frames. This is under review right now. 4:16 left before half. Miles Turner. Oh, that's minimal. Yeah, that's minimal contact. Back end of the elbow. Nothing got his arm. It's a very, very minimal contact there. So this call gets overturned right now. So no foul charge to Miles Turner. Caruso with 0 steals right now. He is yet to score. He is a -16. He's struggling in road games throughout the series for him a couple times. Yeah, things have been pretty well. Pacers here are going to get the inbound. So the Pacers win the challenge, and they'll get the basketball. Halliburton in the backcourt. Halliburton defended by Dort around the perimeter into the hands to Siakam. Siakam slides it off to Nembhard. Nembhard at the top of the key. Outside off to Nesmith. Pops up for the 3 straight away. Missed off the mark. No good. A rebound secured here by SGA. SGA outside finds J-Dub. Those two guys have carried right now for them. Missed shot there by J-Dub. Deflected out of bounds in the corner off of the Thunder. Pacers by 13, looking to add to it. Siakam, dump off, Nesmith, runner, connects on it, plus the foul for Aaron Nesmith. And one coming up by Nesmith, started takeover recently. He's got 8 points. Man, he's playing tough tonight. Caruso, Holmgren, both of those guys will check back into the game. Chet Holmgren's been a non-factor tonight, just 4 points in this game 6. That's on J-Dub, got the wrist of Nesmith going up on the shot. One shot here by Nesmith right down the middle. 51-35. As we're down to 3.5 left to go before halftime. A 17-2 run right now for the Pacers. J-Dub on top finds Holmgren. Holmgren at the left wing perimeter. Dribbles towards his right hand off to J-Dub. J-Dub, edge. He takes on Miles Turner. Bursts of speed up the floor. Inside the key. Scores. Up and off the backboard with a right-hand layup. 51-37. Thunder really needed that layup there to get themselves winning 14. Nembhard on the outside finds Siakam. Back into the hands to Nembhard. Nembhard drives and Holmgren gets right past him with a left hand. Oh, he's shifty right to the hoop there for Andrew Nembhard. Up and in with a left-hand layup. 53-37. That burst of speed off the dribble, able to soar right past Chet Holmgren. Jumper, low block, connects on it. It is good for 2 for SGA. Back and forth we go right now. 14-point game, 2:40 left to go before halftime. Nembhard slides off to Halliburton. Out the corner into the hands to Nesmith. Back outside Halliburton. Halliburton, Cambridge Fieldhouse logo, launches from the F. Oh, he drills it! Tyrese Halliburton hits bottom right there in the triple. Halliburton showing up right now. Big game for Halliburton as Turner comes out with a block. He rejects Holmgren at the wing of the perimeter, taking a 3. Back it goes to the Pacers. Halliburton with 10. Nembhard with 10. Halliburton around the outside. Lost the handle, got it back, and clock will stop here with 2:10. Left to go, it's on Lou Dort, who picks up the reach and foul, defending Halliburton around the perimeter. What a response tonight for the Pacers. Inbound to Nembhard. The backcourt been excellent tonight between Nembhard and Halliburton. Pocket pass off the roll down. Tarter goes up for a layup. Got swatted out of bounds from behind by Caruso. This is going to stay Pacers ball. Indiana. Looking for the inbound right here. Halliburton, bounce pass. Tarter goes up. Tarter got it a drop. It is good for 2. They're looking like in double figures. 19-point lead. Largest one of the series right now for Indiana. J-Dub at the top of the key. Takes on Neesmith. Drives inside the paint. J-Dub, leaner. Open up the bank right there. Got it a drop and 1. Coming up with a free throw line for Jalen Williams. They're the only 2 guys that's really done much tonight for OKC between J-Dub and SGA. Both of them are carrying the team. Yeah, Chet Holmgren's having a tough game tonight. 4 points in 16 minutes by Chet. Nothing by Lou Dort. Bench only with 3. Caruso at 0 off the bench, a -17 right now. The free throw is made by Jalen Williams. 19-3 in favor of the Pacers and bench points tonight. Indiana up by 16 with possession. Halliburton at the right wing perimeter. Sends it off across the floor to Neesmith. Back into the hands to Halliburton. Halliburton runner, cha-ching, as it's able to rattle right in for 2 for Tyrese Halliburton on the teardrop. 60-42. 12 points in 15 minutes for Hallie. Doesn't seem like he's affected by a calf injury tonight. Williams finds Holmgren. Final minute left to go. Holmgren turns it over. Chet Holmgren having a really rough game tonight. Here goes the Pacers. Neesmith, bounce pass out to the corner. Into the hands to Halliburton. Halliburton backs his way. Low block over Caruso. Puts up the shot. No good. Around the rim and out. Looking for the fall call. Couldn't get it. Back it goes to OKC. Thunder. Outside. Deflected by Halliburton. Intercepted by Halliburton on the 2-on-1 up the floor. Across he finds Siakam. And he throws it down with a right-hand hammer. Oh, baby. What a poster jam right there by Pascal Siakam. Largest lead in the finals for Indiana. Up by 20. SGA. Top of the free throw circle, drives, attacks the rim, missed the layup, tipped off the glass, ripped away by Holmgren. Chet Holmgren off the offensive rebound, bouncing bodies off Tarter, jumper over Tarter, off the back rim, no good, rebound secured by Siakam. Pascal Siakam playing with that it factor tonight. Edge of the midcourt logo, Nembhard, 5 seconds left to go, bounce pass, Siakam takes on Caruso at the buzzer. Oh, he's got it! Pascal Siakam! Bang, bang! Turnaround Jay at the elbow, drills it as time expires, going into halftime. You the man, Siakam, you the man. 64-42. Looking like a game 7 here, potentially. Pascal Siakam, turnaround Jay over Caruso, sticks it at the buzzer. What a shot. What a start tonight here for Indiana. Holy moly. I actually took the Thunder on the spread to win this game. I was very concerned about Halliburton's injury tonight. That he would have a tough game and this series would end in 6. From what it sounded like, it was concerning because what I heard from ESPN, if this was a regular season game, he probably wouldn't have played tonight. But Tyrese Halliburton comes out. He drops 12 points, 3 for 5 shooting in the first half. alongside 4 assists, 2 steals, a plus 25 on the floor for Halliburton. 13 by Siakam, 10 by Nembhard. Nembhard's been excellent, really set the tone for him to begin this game. 9 points by Nesmith. Nesmith came out in the second half, or second quarter, drilled a couple of threes. McConnell's got 8 off the bench. McConnell, energizer bunny for him. Man, McConnell doing a little bit of everything. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Gotta love a guy that just brings speed and just brings energy and brings offensive firepower and a punch right there to find the gaps of the defense and score for a couple mid-range shots here and there for TJ McConnell, plus playmaking for him. It's basically 2 guys tonight that's carried the bulk of the scoring for OKC. They're going to need other guys to step up, and they're going to have to take care of the basketball. 16 by J-Dub, 15 by SGA. After that, 4 points each by Chet Holmgren and Hardenstein. Wiggins with 3. Caruso a minus 22 with 0 points. This is man. Siakam just... What an ending. What an ending by Pascal Siakam. Like, holy moly. Like, this is only the first half, so we still have a second half left to go. But, holy smokes. Pascal Siakam on a 2-on-1 fast break drew down a poster. And then he had a buzzer beater to go into halftime. They got all the momentum right now, and their building's rocking. I mean, we still have a second half right now. But they got all the momentum because Siakam, with a couple massive plays there, late stretch, to really start to take this over. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If they keep it up, we're going to have a Game 7 on Sunday. Thunder. Last time that they lost back-to-back games, that was in April. April 4th to April 6th. They had already wrapped up the 1 seed by that time. They lost to 2 teams that were playing for seeding. Eventually got the 2 and the 3 seed, the Rockets and the Lakers. So that's the last time they lost back-to-back games. They've only done that twice this year. The other time was back in November. They lost against the Mavs and the Spurs. November 17th, November 19th. That was after they started off 11-2. So they've only lost 2 games in a row twice for them. Yeah, just unfortunate. Unfortunately for OKC, it's a lot of ISO ball tonight. It's basically like J-Dub, SGA, pick out matchups, scoring over other players in contested shots, attacking, getting to the rim, 1v1. They only have 3 assists total in this first half to 12 turnovers. On the other side, Pacers playing a game of their lives over here. 13 assists, 2 turnovers. They know how big tonight is for one last game at home, and they survived it in the first half. And all they'll have to do here is survive it in the second half, and they'll force a Game 7. What a game so far tonight. I mean, this has been a fantastic series. And usually when you look at previous finals matchups, last couple of years, they've been done early. Last 2 years, we've seen the finals end in 5. And based on the first half, we're looking at very well, we could be going to Game 7 tonight. I'm going to see if I can get Mr. join back in a couple minutes from now. We're going to see if I can get Mr. Thompson, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, what are we feeling like today, Mr. Tops? One claw after another. There you go, buddy. Say hello to the channel viewers. Happy halftime for Mr. Tops. Looked like he was sleeping in the corner, but look at you. You got one claw after another. Starting to get going, right? Yep, he's doing his best tonight. Yep, now he's starting to get his back claws involved. He's got a big tail. Mr. Tops, no big tail. Big tail means you have to go to the bathroom soon, don't you? Yep, Mr. Tops. What do you think, buddy? Big tail? You had a good day today. It was a warm day for you. 90 degrees today. Feel like temperature in 95. Good thing I didn't bring you up to Boston. You would have needed a ice cold bath on your head there. 100-degree day today in Boston. It's going to be a warm weekend for you, buddy. Taking Mr. Tops to New Hampshire this weekend. He usually, the room that I sleep in, we put him in that same room, and he roams around my bedroom. So it's me and Mr. Tops at night. He gets the floor, and I have my bed right beside the wall up in New Hampshire. But yeah, my tortoise, Mr. Tops, he is running right now. There we go, buddy. Big tail for you tonight, buddy. Gonna have to put him back soon. I'll bring him close up to the camera one more time. There you go. Oop. Wow, you're like Superman flying high with those arms. Yep, so that's my tortoise, Mr. Tops. Gonna put him right back as I see that he's got his big tail out right now. So that means he might need to utilize bathroom services coming up soon. Seagull loves him. Now I'm going to put Mr. Tops back, and then we'll be back in just a moment. All right, so we're at halftime. This game is all Pacers right now, 64-42 at halftime. The largest lead in the finals by Indiana, up by 22 points currently. Pascal Siakam, poster dunk he had in the final minutes left to go to close. Turnaround jumper at the buzzer to put his team up by 22 going into halftime. Just an incredible start tonight for the Pacers. They're controlling the basketball. Only 2 turnovers, playing like a perfect game when it comes down to ball control tonight and playmaking. 13 assists to only 2 turnovers. 12 turnovers by the Thunder. And that has been just 3 assists tonight. Seagull with a dono. Let's get that dono hype for Seagull. Really appreciate it, brother. You guys, the legends here in the stream. You, the man, Seagull. Yeah, it seems like the story of the series has been turnovers. It's usually the home team that wins the turnover battle by a hefty margin. Like, OKC is struggling to force turnovers in the first game that they play at Indiana. They had a tough time forcing turnovers in Game 3. They're having a tough time tonight in Game 6 forcing turnovers at Indiana. They forced a bunch of turnovers in Game 4, though. So, strictly the turnover battle, it's been an issue. On the other side, last game, the Thunder forced a ton of turnovers during the last game. Yeah, good question. Yeah, Kobe was after MJ. So yeah, I would go Kobe there. Oh, actually, wow, Curry. (2015). Okay, wow. And LeBron, yep. So there's been a couple before that. Yep, Curry and LeBron. What's good, Ansis, in the stream? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, definitely OKC is going to have to do a mental flush. OKC hasn't lost back-to-back games since April for them. So even though if they do lose this one, they're going to go in to the next game confident because their home crowd has been like a seventh man all throughout the course of their playoff run. Their role players play so good at home. Like, I expect it's Caruso that's going to have a big Game 7 for him. Alex Caruso is going to have a monster Game 7. He's played in the finals before, won a championship. That was in the bubble, but OKC has that Game 7 experience too. They beat Denver in a Game 7. Yeah, Pacers going to have that momentum. That's going to be a huge Game 7. Usually, the Game 7s have tilted towards the home team a lot. Unfortunately, what's happened in the Game 7, it's like, hopefully we don't have a blowout and people are tuning on to the Game 7 at halftime or so, because a lot of these Game 7s we've got has been kind of like blowouts, what we had in the playoffs. Denver smashed the Clippers. Golden State, Houston. Golden State won on the road, beat Houston in that Game 7, but all the others were home teams. Yeah, Denver beat the Clippers by a landslide, and then the OKC smashed Denver in the Game 7. It's great that we could get a Game 7. Last Game 7 in the NBA Finals. There's been 19 Game 7s played. Most of them came... Oh, wow. 2016 is the last time we got a Game 7. And that was... LeBron and the Cavs came all the way back and beat the Warriors. Same score. Nesmith corner jumper off the rim, misfired. Back it goes to the Pacers with offensive rebounds. Siakam at the right wing perimeter. Now we got it going. Into the hands to Halliburton. Halliburton dribbles up, lost control of the basketball towards the corner, and out of bounds. Last touched off of Chet Holmgren. It will stay Pacers ball. Yeah, so I was frozen, so my apologies there. It's an internet connection issue on my end. They're working down the street on a new house that's being built, and it takes down my internet utility wires or so when the construction crew is working at the house. They've been working on it for a long time tonight. Last time on Monday, they were only there till 9 p.m. Right now, it's past 10 p.m. currently. But you guys haven't missed anything. Since halftime, there's been 0 points scored. So if you're just joining in or just trying to catch up where we are, we've got nothing this quarter. Pacers 0 for 8 shooting in the quarter. Thunder are 0 for 5. So you haven't missed a single thing right now. SGA at the elbow, outside to the top off the J-Dub. Slides it off to Lou Dort. He takes a 3. That's not even close. It's an air ball out of bounds. Back it will go to the Pacers. Trigino, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. I'm going to see if I can up the bit rate to HD once again. That's too bad, because we lost, like, a lot of viewers. We had, like, 900 plus, and then it dropped to 600, so we lost, like, 300 in the process. So my apologies for that. If you guys were, just joining back, make sure to keep on being a part here. Right now, I got steady frames. Hopefully, it'll be steady throughout the rest of this game. Nice give and go. Halliburton up and then off the glass, scores for 2. A timeout taken on the floor by the Thunder. 66-42. OKC just all out of sorts right now. They got outscored 36-17 in the second quarter. This was nice for this possession. A give and go by Halliburton. Top. Sent it off to Neesmith in the corner. Then Halliburton cut to the hoop, and Halliburton scored, cutting to the hoop with a layup. We're in the third quarter right now. We are down to 8:06 left to play. My clock was actually a little bit slow right there. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Paul on the stream, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Then we got Steven. Welcome on board. It's been basically 2 guys tonight that showed up for OKC. 16 by J-Dub, 15 by SGA. That's a combined 31 out of 42. Pacers, some really, really good balance. They're about to put in 6 players at least. Potentially 7 into double figures tonight, scoring 14 by Halliburton, 13 by Siakam, 10 by Nembhard. 9 points by Neesmith, 8 points by Toppin, 8 points by McConnell. Officials will be announced on 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. So that's when they'll announce officials for Game 7. Dell on the channel, welcome in. Yeah, unfortunately, OKC just has been unable to make this a game. If your audio is cutting out, just refresh the stream and that should be able to work and get it back to usual. Yeah, whenever I drop rates, sometimes the audio cuts out. So if the audio cuts out, just refresh the stream and it should be able to work. And my apologies throughout the course of the stream. We've had internet issues once again. It's been like that since the conference finals. They're working on the new house down the road for me, building and putting it up for construction. So if you were just joining in a couple minutes ago, the stream was really choppy. It actually, like, we lost internet connection. Like, it said no internet, trying to reconnect. I I wonder if that means that the construction company is done, because whenever I get steady frames like I am right now, it's usually like 5 minutes before steady frames, I get just this whole... It's when that internet can't connect, and it's the whole frozen screen that it happens. It's very weird. So I wonder if they just wrapped up and this whole stream's going to be fine ever since. Yeah, I saw that. Big props to Ime Udoka. I saw that right before I started the stream today. I looked at the headlines, and he got on an extension. Rec Room YMCA games better from 3 than the NBA Finals. Oh, yeah, the Thunder tonight tossing up bricks. 1 for 16 from 3. Yo, welcome to Lex Minor. Appreciate you here for joining in. Thundermen held scoreless for almost 6 minutes right now. Missed a layup at the rim by OKC, making matters even worse. It's been all Pacers. Pocket pass down low, right behind the defense. Nembhard able to set up Turner with a 2-handed flush. 68-42. This might be one that you might want to wave the white flag and then just save your guys for Sunday in the Game 7 on your home floor. J-Dub had it stripped out of bounds. Back end of this play, the Pacers pick up the foul. Reaching in though. Yeah, they're showing the last replay there. Andrew Nembhard, an absolute beautiful dime off a no-look bounce pass off to Miles Turner. J-Dub slides it off to SGA. It's J-Dub, SGA. Wallace, Kenrich Williams, Chet Holmgren running the floor behind the defense. Ben Shepherd with a right-hand layup. 70-42. It's never a good sign when one team's in the 70s, the other team's in the 40s. Timeout on the floor taken once again by the Thunder. Holy moly. Wow. So many guys for the Pacers. So much balance. 14 by Halliburton. He's a plus 31 tonight, bouncing back in a huge way. 13 points by Siakam, 10 points by Nembhard. Nembhard came out, he set the tone tonight in this game. 9 by Neesmith, 8 points each by Toppin and McConnell. Wow, Indiana, just an incredible game by them. Kenneth with a dono. Let's get that dono hype for Kenneth. Really appreciate it, brother. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, as right now we're in a timeout. OKC only getting contributions out of 2 guys tonight. Everybody else didn't show up. You can't play 2-on-5 and expect to win or expect to make this game close. 16 by J-Dub, 15 by SGA. Everybody else with 4 points or fewer. Nobody else showed up. 4 points by Chet Holmgren, looking like he played in game 1. 2 for 9 shooting, 4 points in 22 minutes. 4 points by Hardenstein. Lou Dort has yet to even score tonight. Nothing in 19 minutes. Caruso, a minus 24. No points for him in 18 minutes. Nothing from the bench besides Wiggins with a 3. Wallace, nothing. Isaiah Joe with 0. Kenrich Williams with 0. Man. It was a rough game tonight for OKC. I always hope on Sunday, but on this Thursday night game, this was brutal. Brutal for the Thunder. Indiana they're just lapping them. They are just miles ahead of them tonight. This game's at Indiana. So yeah, home court advantage right there. Indiana just racking up the assists, racking up the steals. 9-0 in steals tonight, 16-3 in assists. 13 turnovers by the Thunder. 18-3 points off the fast break for the Pacers. Thunder's defense uncharacteristically looks like they're struggling to get back in transition defensively. I mean, this does not look like the #1 overall team that we saw this season at all. Like, this is just a shock to them tonight. there's just too many scores. Like what I'm looking at right now, this Pacers team has too many scores. If they play like they played this game tonight, transition this and translate it over to Sunday, they're going to win the championship. And they're going to be the second lowest seed to ever do that. Houston Rockets back in 1995 won it as a 6th seed. They'd be the second lowest seed ever. Yeah, frames are steady right now, so hopefully it continues throughout the course of this game here. And my apologies for the first half, as we had some really just choppy frames. It was cutting in and out. A couple of times we got lag with a loading circle. That's on my end because they're constructing a new house down the road, so it forced me to have choppy Wi-Fi for quite a bit of time. They're working on the internet during nights in my area, but it looks like they stopped. And hopefully they stopped for the rest of the night. SGA lobs up over the top. It is a two-handed flush there by Hartenstein. Should have did that earlier in the game. 70-44 right now. 6:45 left to go in the third quarter. Nembhard at the left wing sends it off to Siakam. Top of the free throw circle. Puts the ball into the hands to Halliburton. Halliburton tees up a three straight away. Missed off the rim. Short to offensive rebound. Tracked down by Siakam. Siakam finds Halliburton. Halliburton at the top of the key. Going to slow it down to 8 on the timer. Halliburton defended by Kenrich Williams. Bad pass there. Intercepted by Hartenstein. With a steal. Hartenstein up the floor. Out to the races. Goes up. Gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Hartenstein. It's on Halliburton, who picks up the shooting foul. .626 left to go in the third. First one is good. Yeah, there was that 41-point game that they lost to Minnesota. They bounced back in a massive way. They haven't lost back-to-back games since April. They've only done that twice. So only twice this season they've lost back-to-back games. They're 18-2 following a loss this year. Yeah, 42-point loss against Minnesota. Came back, bounced back, won by 2. And the game after that at Minnesota, 128-126. Second free throw is good by Hartenstein. 70-46. Halliburton's still on the floor right now. Yeah, I agree. He should be arrested for the remainder of this game. McConnell inside the key, outside finds Toppin with a 3. He nails it. Obi Toppin came into this game in the first quarter, drilled back-to-back threes. Took the game by storm. They led by 9 at one point. Never looked back. Hartenstein, straight line dribble drive penetration. Again gets fouled here. It's on Turner. OKC is 18-2 after a loss. And they're going to have their home crowd behind them in the next game. Their role players like Caruso, Wiggins, Lou Dort. Those guys play significantly better at home than they do on the road. Hartenstein makes both of the free throws there. 73-48 as we're midway through the third. I'm going to see what the Pacers' record is following a loss. Or they're actually 19-2. So I forgot to add in the previous one. Yeah, 19-2 for Oklahoma City following a loss. The Pacers are 25-13 after a loss. So that puts them 5th in the NBA this season. So the Thunder are first at 19-2 and 90.5% of win rate following a loss. After that, the Celtics went 22-3. Knicks went 28-10. Nuggets went 26-12, and then the Pacers at 25-13. Both of the free throws good there at the line by OKC, 73-50. Yeah, that's right. They've been really good on their home floor. They've dominated teams at home all throughout the course of this year. Inbound, Shepard, far side. That's Tony Bradley out of bounds. Huge flop at the end of this play here. Isaiah Hartenstein with a flop down the far side as Bradley went out of bounds with it, and then I get to see this replay once again. An inbound off the fingertips of Bradley, stepped out of bounds, and then Hartenstein comes over trying to get this basketball. Oh! Tony Bradley with a shove right there to the head area. Hartenstein as he got teed up. Damn. So we're going to have a technical free throw coming up here for SGA. First one's good. I want to see this replay once again. Both of these teams pushing and shoving before the inbound, and then Bradley eventually went out of bounds, and then Hartenstein tried to come over for the inbound for the basketball, and Bradley shoved him right to the face area. This ball off the inbound, outstretched fingertips of Tony Bradley. Hartenstein wanted the basketball, and then Bradley shoved him. And Hartenstein with a flop. So this is going to have to be sorted out right now, looks like, on the floor. 73-51 with 5:25 in the third as we have to get this sorted out by the refs at the scorers table. Wow. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Really appreciate everybody for joining in, being a part here on the stream. James, thanks for joining in. I actually work in radio for production, doing a lot of like commercials and promos and stuff, so that's my full-time job. I do sports broadcasting for a couple different colleges on the side, so I work with 2 D3s and then 2 D1s. Yeah, Wiggins is barely touched the floor for him. Doesn't seem like 10 minutes. He's only attempted 2 shots tonight for him. Hartenstein's got 10 all of a sudden, but man, they're down by miles. They're down by 22 right now for OKC. And shooting bricks. 1 for 16 from 3. We get back to action here. Right to left in the floor. Thunder look like this in the court. SGA, Isaiah Joe, Kenrich Williams, and Cason Wallace. That's a 3 that is made at the top of the key by Isaiah Joe. 19-point game, brick by brick. 8-zip run by the Thunder. Have to do it through their defense to get themselves back in this game. McConnell, dish outside to the top off to Nembhard. Attacks the paint over Joe. Floats to the runner. Got bumped into and fouled. This will stop the clock with under 5 minutes left to play. Halliburton back on the bench right now. He's got his pad that they put back on him, back in the bench area. Nembhard will be the beneficiary beneficiary of 2 free throws here at the line. The first one is good, so that is charged to Isaiah Joe on the shot, rolling out a shooting foul. Also, it's their 5th either way, so they're in a bonus rest of the stretch. Second free throw is good. Get the bounce there by Nembhard. .21-point game. Under 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter here. SGA attacking inside the paint. Kick out to the right corner. Off to Kenrich Williams. Back into the hands to SGA. SGA backs his way here inside the key. Jumper, 11-footer right over Nembhard. He splashes it. Plus the foul. And the one coming up at the free throw line for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Brick by brick. Only way that OKC is going to get back in this game, and they're going to have to do it through their defense. Stringing together consecutive stops. They have proved that they can do that all throughout the course of the season. There's been times that they have won the fourth quarter 30-12 in some of their games in the regular season. The free throw is good. They're down by 18 right now. TJ McConnell slides it off towards his left. Here's a 3, taken at the wing. It's good. Andrew Nembhard from the perimeter. 21-point game right now. Nembhard's got 15. Hardenstein couldn't handle the pass properly. If the roll down collides with Neesmith, it's a turnover. Back it goes to the Pacers here. Up the floor, McConnell towards his right. Outside finds Nembhard. Nembhard been in the zone tonight. McConnell slides it off towards his left. Back into the hands of McConnell. McConnell spin move. Lost control of basketball here. We got 3 Thunder players tied up with McConnell. As this will lead to a jump ball at the free throw circle. McConnell got tied up with it. TJ McConnell about to go over the jump ball. He got tied up with Cason Wallace. Jump ball tipped out of bounds in the corner, and it went off the Pacers last year. So that's out of bounds off Indiana. Back it goes to the Thunder. 14 turnovers by the Thunder. Just 7 by the Pacers tonight. SGA gliding to the elbow. Dump off down low. In and out of the fingertips of Cason Wallace. That's a turnover. Back it goes for the Pacers. Jumper, mid-range. McConnell left it off the back rim too long. A rebound secured by SGA. Yeah, there's been a terrible game tonight. A lot of bricks left and right. SGA double clutch, missed the layup. What are we watching right now? This looks like a regular season game being played in November. A lot of missed shots here. Caroline Nembhard attacking inside the paint, bumped into and fouled. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line. .316 left to play in the third. I wish this was a better game. Holy smokes, this has been awful tonight. Like, recently, this third quarter has been atrocious. 15 points each for these two teams in the third quarter. First shot by Nembhard's good. Leo, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Kelvin, appreciate, man, for joining in. That's a lot of time right there by Siegel for the timeout. Second shot is good. 80-57. J-Dub floats up the runner. Missed at the low block. No good. Deflected out of bounds. Off of the Thunder. If you'd like to check out the announcers for Game 7, it is posted on the morning of game day. So 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The NBA announcers are posted for every game day. So If you're a sports betting person out there, make sure to do your research about who will officiate Game 7. And then do your research about the team's records to determine whether you take the Thunder or the Pacers in Game 7 to win the championship. Missed corner 3 by Chet Holmgren. He has been atrocious tonight. J-Dub at the corner. Basically, 2 guys showed up in this game for OKC with double figures. J-Dub and SGA. That's it. Hardenstein in double digits with 10, but it's basically been J-Dub and SGA. That's it. Missed jumper at the free throw circle there for J-Dub. McConnell slides it off to Nesmith. Nesmith at the edge of the midcourt logo. Puts the ball into the hands to Siakam. Siakam 8 on the timer. Siakam torses left off the dribble. Drives at the elbow. Step back jumper. Deep 2. Off the back rim though. Good. A rebound pulled down by Wiggins. Wiggins finally back on the floor after sitting for an entire quarter. Wiggins way too much dribbling. Lost the handle. Shepard comes out with a steal. McConnell finds Nesmith up the floor. Back to the cutter. Backdoor. Obi Toppin couldn't make the slam dunk. Got rejected over Holmgren. It wasn't clean. They'll roll the shooting foul. 2 free throws coming up here by Obi Toppin. This is brutal. This third quarter has been terrible. First shot by Toppin. That's good. He's had a solid game as well. Everybody for Indiana playing well tonight. 17 by Nembhard. He really came out, set the tone, drilled a bunch of shots early on to set the tone in this game. 14 by Halliburton. Double-double by Siakam tonight. 13 points, 10 assists. Toppin been excellent off the bench. He's up to now 12. Yeah, back in, I think it was Game 4, the closeout game against Minnesota in the Western Conference Finals, as Toppin misses a second free throw. They lost by 42. Bounced back in the game after that. That was Game 3, actually. Game 3. First game at Minnesota. Lost by 42. Bounced back in Game 4. And won that game by 2, 128-126. Caruso just not on point tonight. Missed the corner threes. It goes right back to the Pacers here. OKC. Shooting boulders left and right. 2 for 18 from the perimeter. Pacers 11 for 31 from 3. McConnell at the top of the free throw circle. Dribbles up, drives, circles around. Bounce pass. Right corner Nembhard. 5 at the timer. Nembhard crossover at the right wing. Outside. Finds Siakam. Jacks up the 3. Right down the chute. Delivers. Pascal Siakam. A laser from the perimeter. 84-57. It's a 9-zip run with the Pacers. Last 3.5 minutes. Final minute left to go in the third. SGA at the free throw circle. Outside off to Wiggins. Left baseline dribble. Finds J-Dub. Outside over to Lou Dort. Jab step as he will take a step back 3 and he rattles it in. That's only the third made 3 tonight for OKC. It comes with the final minute left to play in the third. Lou Dort with his first 3 points in the night for him with just 3. McConnell finds Toppin. Up fake at the left wing. Step back 3 in the air. Obi Toppin makes it look so easy. Cha-ching as he sinks it. 27-point lead. Looking to go to a Game 7. At the left baseline. SGA. Caruso across the floor. Wiggins on a 3. Skipped around the rim and out. Siakam hauls in the defensive rebound. Pacers will slow it down. Final possession to close out the third quarter. Edge of the midcourt logo for TJ McConnell. He dribbles up, drives, skip pass, left corner, open 3. Obi Toppin. No good around the rim and out. 3-point shot taken at the buzzer. Ben Shepherd draws it. Cha-ching. 90-60. Right as the clock expired. Ben Shepherd off the assist by Andrew Nembhard results in 3 second chance points via the bench for Indiana. Game 7 coming up, 90-60. Ben Shepherd on target range right there. Nails the 3. For a terrible, terrible third quarter to the most part. Finally, we had baskets in the last portion of that third quarter. on to the fourth quarter. 12 more minutes left to go before we have a Game 7. I'll be back live on Sunday. Make a note of yourself for this one. The game will begin a half hour earlier at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So the game on Sunday does not start at the same time as tonight. It starts a half an hour earlier. Just a reminder. The games on Sunday and the finals are half an hour earlier than all the other game times. So just for your information out there, in case you end up missing the first quarter, that can help out a lot of people, be able to notify to make sure that they know that the game starts off a half an hour earlier than what the usual ones are. Joe, welcome back in, man. Yeah, no problem. Doing it tonight big time. Ice baby got a parade in our work parking lot tomorrow, looks like. Yeah, Pacers low-key cooking in this game indeed. They got 4 guys in double figures, looking like 6 guys at least are going to get there at the end of this game. 17 by Nembhard, 16 by Siakam with 12 rebounds. 15 off the bench by Obi Toppin. Toppin leads the team tonight with 4 made threes. That leads the game. He has more threes than what the Thunder have as a team, shooting just 3 for 20 from the perimeter. Toppin's 4 for 7 from three-point range tonight. 14 by Halliburton. 3 made threes for Hallie tonight. Bounce back way big time for the Pacers. Yep, the Thunder are shooting boulders tonight. Boulders and bricks. And, man, tough night for OKC. Number 13 ranked team in three-point shooting in the playoffs. Looked like it tonight. Just as bad as a game that they could have. But they've been all about bouncing back. They lost by 42 against Minnesota in Game 3. Bounced back and beat the T-Wolves in Game 4, 128-126. If the Pacers come back and win this series, we'll remember how they stole Game 1. If the Pacers win this series, Game 1, so critical to playing a role for them winning the championship if that does happen. Here we go, back to action to begin the fourth quarter, and the Thunder score a quick bucket to open up quarter 4 as we begin 90-62. Yup, looking like a Game 7. I'm interested to know the team that wins Game 6 to force the series 3-3. What that looks like for the chances there. I'll see if I can get that in just a moment. Some buckets here recently. As Case and Wallace missed a layup at the rim, it goes back quickly to OKC after a quick miss there by Indiana. McConnell made a shot in response. TJ McConnell up to double digits. He has 10 now, so TJ's in double figures. Case and Wallace before that made a bucket. And TJ McConnell keeps on delivering every single game throughout the finals. 10 points in 19 minutes tonight for TJ McConnell. 2 shots here at the free throw line for Kenrich Williams. First one's no good. Man, this guy just keeps on going over his player prop constantly with TJ McConnell. Game in, game out. That's now 6 straight games all in the NBA Finals that he has gone over his intended player prop. Second free throw, no good off the mark. Misfired there. For Kenrich Williams to the Thunder. Toppin sends it off to Siakam into the hands to McConnell. Siakam torses left off the dribble around the perimeter. Hand off to Neesmith. Neesmith attacks inside the paint. Had a poke loose. McConnell got it back. And Kenrich Williams here called on the reach and foul. Let's see. The team that wins Game 6 wins Game 7. How many percent of the time? Want to see. If there's, like, statistics to that. Appreciate with a notification bell, James. Really appreciate it, bud. Pacers split the free throws there at the line. 93-62. Thunder having a tough time tonight. Jay Mitchell on the floor with Wiggins. Jalen Williams, number 6 in the courts, as Wiggins missed a 3 at the back rim. Cason Wallace is on the floor as well, alongside Kenrich Williams. Siakam on the floor. Neesmith, McConnell, Shepard, and Toppin. Couple starters out there on the floor still. Siakam's one of them. Siakam deep too. Missed off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by Jay Will for OKC. Yep. Like Game 7, anything could happen in the Game 7. Historically, it's been the home team in this playoffs that's won Game 7s, but anything could happen since it's the final game of the season that we have. Kenrich Williams buries the 3. 93-65. Timeout on the floors. We're down to 10 minutes left to go. Okay, so during this commercial break, I'm going to work to see if I can get that percentage for you guys out there, as well as I'm going to take this poll down, because this game is not close. Thanks so much all who voted in this poll tonight. By the way, really appreciate everybody who voted in the poll. I'm going to replace this pinned chat with a new chat since we're not choppy on the streams right now. I'll be back live Sunday for Game 7, so if you'd like to come on back, feel free to do so. Oh, here we go. Okay, so in the NBA, a team that wins Game 6 to tie the series 3-3 has gone on to win the championship 15 times. This means that they have won the decisive Game 7 to clinch the title. Now, I want to know home court advantage Game 7. And of course, this article is behind a paywall. Yeah, it didn't say percentage-wise. So this is actually before the OKC. Yeah, OKC won against Denver. Wow, home teams are just 5-10 in Game 7 since 2021. That was before the OKC win against Denver, so that's now 6-10. That was published on May 14th. 93-65 as we come back to action right now. Siakam, guarded by Isaiah Joe, takes the jumper for a deep 2 over him. I don't know why. Yeah, right now they should get more of their reserves on the floor. They get Siakam and Turner both on the floor together right now. Jalen Williams, number 6, attacking inside the paint. Went in for a layup over Neesmith. Drew the contact, got fouled. 2 free throws coming up here at the line for J-Will. Okay, so this says, in NBA playoff Game 7s, home teams historically win at a rate of approximately 74%. So specifically, the home team's record in Game 7s is 114-40. I want to see what that ranks in NBA Finals, if they have that. Free throws were split there by Jalen Williams, number 6 at the line. McConnell keeps on firing, keeps on delivering. Makes the J at the baseline. NBA Finals Game 7. The home teams have won 15 out of 19 times, resulting in a 79% winning percentage in Game 7s. So 15-4 all times are the home teams in the NBA Finals, as Wiggins had the steal, attacking inside the paint. Again, another shooting foul here, charged to Indiana. Yeah, that was the last time that there was a Game 7 that the teams won the finals, was the Cavs. So the Cavs come back in 2016. That's the last time that a team on the road has won it in a Game 7. Ben Shepherd, 5 in the timer, takes the jumper, deep 2, drills it. Been a fun series. Going to have another one to determine who wins in 7. From downtown goes J-Will. It'll be a Game 7 indeed. If you guys would like to come back for Game 7, feel free to do so. I'll be back live on Sunday night. That game is a half an hour earlier than usual, at 8 o'clock Eastern time on Sunday. Miles Turner at the top. Bounce pass. Backdoor cutter. Siakam lost it. Turned it over. Kind of odd that Siakam and Turner are both on the floor together still right now. Hot tamale in and out of the hands of Wiggins up the floor. Shepard with a steal. Siakam, shovel pass. Shepard are out in transition. That's Mathurin who dunks it. Benedict Mathurin, the rack attack right there. Turnover's been a major part of this series, determining outcomes throughout the finals. 18 turnovers by the Thunder. Only 9 turnovers tonight by the Pacers. Only 9 assists tonight by the Thunder. 22 assists by the Pacers tonight. Pacers take a transition 3 around the rim and out. Missed by Mathurin. Kenrich Williams up the floor. Finds Isaiah Joe. Isaiah Joe. Huge contact there as he went up with an up fake there and got tangled with Ben Shepherd, who tried to go in for a shot block and got chopped up and landed over the top of Joe as he was trying to sneak downwards and up. 2 free throws here coming up by Joe. First one's good. Points off turnovers tonight. 19-11 in favor of the Pacers. Points off the fast break, 21-8. And Pacers were just so much balance. It was basically two players who carried the load for OKC tonight between the SGA and J-Dub, and they weren't their usual selves either. Tonight in this game, SGA with 21, J-Dub with only 16. After that, Hardenstein had 10. Chet Holmgren nowhere to be found tonight, just 4 points in this entire game. 99-73 as we approach the 7-minute mark left to go. Missed shot there by Indiana up the floor. Jalen Williams from the corner, number 6, took the 3, missed off the mark. Long rebound controlled by Mathurin. Out of the pack goes Toppin, and Toppin held up and fouled. Tough one tonight here for the Thunder. Two free throws for Toppin. Toppin playing really well on his home floor in this playoffs. First shot was missed, though. Miles Turner is still on the floor for the Pacers. Thunder have pulled their starters. Turner is still on the floor, the only starter remaining for the Pacers. Pacers with Toppin, Mathurin, McConnell, Shepard, and Turner. Right baseline dribble for number 3 for the Thunder, who gave it away. That's a turnover coming in by Dylan Jones. Turner going up the floor, got stripped, got fouled, going up with a layup motion. So Miles Turner will have 2 free throws here at the line. Thomas Bryant, number 3, will check in. And Turner here, off that out-of-bounds play, is just taking a seat on the bench. So Turner is the final starter that just got substituted out. Bryant came back in the spot of Turner. Missed jumper by McConnell, missed the rim short. Back it goes to the Thunder. Under 6.5 left to go in the fourth. Kenrich Williams. All the bench players are right now on the floor. Isaiah Joe at the left baseline. It dribbles up, dump off down low. It is made by Dylan Jones with a layup. 100-75. TJ McConnell slides it off to Bryant. Steps into a 3, airballs it towards the right and out of bounds. Yeah, no, this game is done. Pacers will burn a timeout here. 5:44 left to go in the fourth quarter. They've waved the white flag. It's a 25-point game. Not when you're 5 for 25 from the perimeter. You can't come back when you've only recorded 10 assists this entire game. $10 assists to 20 turnovers. That's never a good sign when you have a double the turnovers to assists in a game. Rough game by SGA with the turnovers. That's 8 turnovers. That just awful. How in the world does the league MVP, how do you have 8 turnovers in an NBA Finals game? Like, that's bad. 22 assists by the Pacers. There's just 9 turnovers tonight. They're plus 13 between assists to turnovers, whereas the Thunder are minus 10. Alex Caruso a minus 33. I don't even know how that's humanly possible right there. He was that bad defensively today for him. 0 steals for a guy that usually prides himself upon like 2 steal games plus multi-steal games. Nothing for him. A minus 33. I bet you he bounces back, though, on Sunday in Game 7. There's no way. There's no way that Caruso is going to have another dud like that. 0 points tonight for Caruso. He's been like the X factor of the series. He's had a couple 20-point games. Both of those games wound up in victories. Yeah, shockingly, Scott Foster's not calling the game tonight. Zach Zarba, Tony Brothers, David Guthrie, the alternate Tyler Ford. So those are the refs. Pacers went 2-3 with Zach Zarba this season. Thunder only had a once. They went 1-0. I'm going to go the Thunder in Game 7. So I predicted the Thunder to win the championship. Still going to stick with it. Home court, I think, is going to be huge. Sucks for the 20% of Thunder fans that thought that this series was going to close out in 6. Approximately 20% of the Gainbridge Fieldhouse was Thunder fans for tonight's game. ESPN, before the start of broadcast, said it was the loudest roar that they heard for Thunder chants on the road throughout the course of the finals. Yeah, exactly what Rydog has said throughout the course of the stream here, how they've had some bad losses, and they've turned it around the next game, and they've been able to bounce back. These guys have responded all throughout the course of the year. They're 19-2 following a loss. Jay Will buries the 3. 178. Pacers got just so much scoring balance for them. One of the key takeaways, I think that could be a key takeaway in Game 7 is the steals. Thunder have multiple guys that force turnovers in home games for them. They struggled. The initial game in the playoffs that they play on the road, they struggle forcing turnovers in that first game. Whether it's a Game 3 in the road, whether it's a Game 6, they struggle with forcing turnovers. But the first game that they have, Game 1 and Game 5, those games, they're racking up turnovers left and right in those two games. Shockingly, they couldn't win Game 1. That might be the difference maker in the series. If the Pacers win this series as Toppin buries the jumpers 102-80, the Pacers win this series. Remember Game 1. And now the Pacers came from behind, closed out the game, stole it on the OKC's floor in Game 1. That could be the difference maker in the entire series. Missed the layup there by Mitchell. Up the floor goes the Pacers. Mathurin off the Shepherd. A right baseline dribble. Gets past J-Will to the rim. Missed the layup. Offensive rebound back to Shepherd. Toppin. Spin cycle. Jumper. Deep 2. Swash. Obi Toppin keeps on delivering. 104-80. 4 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Missed layup by Jay Mitchell. Tip to Dylan Jones. Bounce pass off to Joe, who soars up and dunks it. Yeah, this is going to be the first NBA Finals game since 2016. Cavs against Warriors. Step back 3 in the air. Ben Shepherd off the back rim, no good. Tipped up to Kenrich Williams for the defensive rebound. Running the floor now for OKC. Isaiah Joe. Slides it off to J-Will. 10 of the timer across the floor. It's a 3. Taken at the rim. Skidded off the rim by a Jay Mitchell. Yeah, we've had so many series matchups that's finished in 5 recently. This is good that we've got a Game 7. That means like an extra stream. Because last 2 NBA Finals, they've wrapped up in 5. So we were done around like Father's Day or so. Father's Day came late this time around. 2 shots of the free throw line by Thomas Bryant. First one's good. $105.82. We are under 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Really appreciate everybody for being a part here on the stream, even throughout the course of a blowout today. It wasn't a game that we had anticipated for a good game. I'll probably do some of the WNBA streams. So probably some of the WNBA streams from time to time. I'm actually in talks of possibly getting a new position, so I probably won't be streaming as much in the future if they do hire me for the position that I'm going for. It's working in athletics communication, so it's doing all the media relations for college sports, and a lot of the games are at nights and during weekends and stuff. So it depends. He wants me to do like the whole video editing stuff during nights and weekends, which is pretty cool. So anytime that they win, he wants me to like write up articles, do video editing, a lot of graphic design stuff. So it's gonna be pretty cool. But they're not sure if they're able to match what I want or so, because it actually might be like a step downwards from what I make right now, which is crazy, because everything that I've applied for is way more. It's a D3. So yeah, the D3s don't pay well. They pay around like $40,000 a year or so. Virginia Tech had an opening for social media for them. It was criminal. They're paying their social media specialist at a D1 at Virginia Tech, Power 5 ACC school. I guess what the starting pay was. It was $42,000 for a D1 school for social media specialists. Like that's ridiculous. You can't live on that type of money. Right there. Missed jumper to right block by James Johnson, who is in the game right now. But yeah, I do a lot of this stuff for him at nights after I broadcast, like a lot of the writing stuff, but he wants like a pretty like more of like an expanded role, which is a really good like foot in the door or so that's pretty cool. But we're not sure, and he's trying to get me in there. I'll see you guys back on Sunday night. Yeah, at the end of the season, hoping to cover some of the Caitlin Clark streams as well. So feel free to keep on coming back. Probably won't be able to do much in the fall because I start my broadcasting schedule in the fall. And then what I just talked about, I'll be, once Labor Day starts, I'm going to be broadcasting a lot of college games. Plus, one of the colleges that I work with is trying to see if they can get me a position in the athletics communications office. It's going to be a lot of hours, like 15-hour days for me. But it's a good foot in the door. Because right now I sit in 4 walls in a production studio, so eventually I want to be able to branch out. Wow, I'm sorry that you only got put on for 5 hours for the week there, Joe. So sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, power to you, but I'm sorry to hear that your car broke down and that must be tough, like biking to go to where you work. That's tough, especially if it's like if you're in like a tornado warning with like damaging winds, thunder and lightning and hail. I feel for you, man. Game 7 coming up on Sunday. Really appreciate everybody for joining in. If you guys enjoyed the stream tonight, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, doing my best. I wish I could do this like full time for a living. No places out there that's doing asking for like sports broadcasters full time on benefits. That's the thing. James Johnson just got ejected from the game. So James Johnson was in the game. Just got ejected. I'm trying to find a clip of this right now. I don't even think they showed the replay or anything. Oh, that's some heavy yeah, that was away from the basketball. He shoved. Yeah, that's Dylan Jones, the one that he shoved away from the basketball. Got right up in his face. And he got ejected. Couple baskets recently for OKC, 108-91. Indiana will take a shot clock violation here with 16 seconds left. Thunder final possession, just going to dribble out the clock, and this means we're going to have a Game 7 come Sunday. Pacers continue the series as Indiana picks up the win, 108-91. Tyrese Halliburton bouncing back in a big way tonight. 14 points for him, drilling 3 threes. Only played 23 minutes, able to rest that calf for most of the second half. Really good balance all around for Indiana. 17 by Nembhard set the tone in this game for him. 16 and 13 for Pascal Siakam. 20 off the bench for Obi Toppin. 10 by Nesmith. And then 12 by TJ McConnell off the bench alongside 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. He keeps on delivering. Ogie with a dono. Really appreciate it, man. For the dono. Thanks so much, brother. Really, really appreciate it. You guys the legends here in the stream. We're going to wrap up here for this one. And 108-91, the final score. Yeah, I have looked all around, so all across the country, and there's not really much. Only way that like you can work full time in like sports broadcasting is one of the big networks like an ESPN, or and that's all contract positions. Like I'm working with 4 different colleges, and that's just nights and weekends. Then I'm doing those games. The worst part about it is that I don't get paid whenever there's a game that gets rained out that I'm on the schedule for, with like postponements or rainouts. I don't get paid for those dates that they postpone or cancel those games. Some of those games have been canceled completely, entirely in the past due to rainouts. It happened a lot this past season for rainouts because we got rain. I think like the first 13 out of 17 Saturdays we got rain. We got rain basically every single weekend on a Saturday, so it was a lot of rescheduled games on a Sunday, or they didn't even play those games if it was non-conference or so. But we're going to wrap up for this one. 108-91 the final score. Really appreciate you guys for joining in. Real legends out on the stream here. Bergeron for life, welcome in. Thanks for being a part of the channel here. The joy that I brought in for this one. Glad to have you all around. Siegel pumped up here out in the chat. And we get a Game 7. Sunday, Game 7. Quick update. That game will tip off a half an hour shy of what the usual times have been since it's a Sunday game. So it's 8 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Central, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific for Game 7 of the NBA Finals. It'll be at the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City 10-2 in Game 7s. They're also 19-2 following a loss. We'll see if the number 1 team is able to come out on top, or if the Pacers, who are the number 4 seed, will be the second lowest seed ever in NBA history to pull off a win and win the NBA championship. The Houston Rockets won the championship in 95 as a 6th seed, the lowest ever in NBA history. 2 best words in sports indeed coming up. That's Game 7. Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Thanks all for joining in, and we will close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We have Jason, Bradley, Warren, Kelly, I Am Ghost, the Nisha Player, Asia, Ice Baby, Katie Ogie, SGA Sports Talk Channel, Lonely Satellite, Natural Neat, Ian Michael, John Norma, Jonathan Guido, Mark, Jobo, Michigan Sports, Canabro, Mike, Greg, Vegas Pringle, Fishing Up a Storm, Ride Dog, Woody, Sam, Jed, Flip the Script, Barco, Andre, Andrew, Know Yourself, Pat in the chat, William, the infamous Marty Marr, Joe, Kenneth, Bill, Carlos, Geary, This Guy, Ramiro, Illuminati Mafia, Krista, Isaac, Rondo, Will, and Mr. Buttons. Thanks for joining in tonight, being a part of the stream for this one. We got a Game 7 coming up. Pacers win 108-91. Thanks all for being a part here tonight, and enjoy the rest of their Thursday night.